Hello everyone and welcome to a Factorio mod spotlight. I'm Exterminator and thank you so much for joining me. And we are here spotlighting the wood biofuels mod. This one is about 5 or 6 months old. Didn't seem super popular, but I thought I would give it a spotlight because it was a cool idea. Now, a note, it does use two prerequisite mods. One of them being Bob's greenhouse mod, and then Bob's library, which is required to run the greenhouse mod. But so those are the only things that are like from Bob's mods, but they are required to do this. So really what I found interesting about this is more of the second option it lets you do rather than just creating wood in greenhouses, but that is an option. So let's start with that one. You can create wood in greenhouses, basically just grow trees. And there's several different recipes you can choose from. So you can build this greenhouse, and then you can choose this one, which will give you 15 wood for 10 saplings and 20 water. And then you can do this one, which will give you 30 wood for 5 fertilizer, 10 seedlings or saplings, and 20 water. So you can get a little more, but by adding fertilizer, which we'll go over how to make that shortly. And it does take a bit longer, or a bit shorter as well. And then this one, I don't really understand. I feel like I'm missing something, but I've looked through this. So I don't know why you would ever choose this one. I mean, this is a higher unlock, probably. So we've unlocked all the technology is probably what that is. It would have obviously made more sense if I went through the tech in a normal fashion. But this would be a higher level of this one because you get double the wood and for less time, but it just requires the same inputs. So once you do get this, there really would be no reason to stay on this one. So you can make wood that way if you want to, or just chop down trees. I mostly would find this useful for just using trees that you chop down instead of stockpiling them or, shooting boxes with them or whatever. But the other option it lets you do, which I think is pretty nice, is it lets you make light oil out of wood. So if you combine some wood, 22 wood, 2 coal, and 30 water, you get 65 light oil, which isn't bad. Obviously, you may not have an endless supply of wood unless you do the greenhouses, which does bring up the option of having greenhouses produce wood, and then if you have a bunch of coal, you could make light oil from that, which would be a pretty cool option. And then you can make plant water as well in here with just either 200 water, and then this one here requires a plant water. So for that higher level one, you need that, or you can do 99 of it for 2 fertilizer and 100 water. I think that this is probably just better, honestly. This one's quicker, but I think this is probably better. So there we go. There's that. And then for the fertilizer, you just combine a stone, a sulfur, and 10 petroleum gas to get the fertilizer, which, of course, again, you will need for that higher level recipe in this one and this one. But that's a mod. Mostly, like I said, what I was interested in was the ability to make the light oil from the wood, because I think that's pretty useful. And then these are just normal vanilla recipes here. And then you would make the fertilizer in here. You also have another option, which it didn't show, I don't believe, to make it just from wood fuel pellets, which you get by just basically crushing down wood into pellets. So there are multiple options here. I think this is pretty cool, specifically the light oil production from the wood. And there we go. So settings, if we take a look here, this is just the Bob's settings. I just left this all default. Enable recipe group cleanup, enable technology prerequisite cleanup. And then the text for this, there is obviously text. So if we search like wood here, we can see greenhouse. Can get that really early at 20 red science, and then this one is 50 red and green. And then light oil, so that just unlocks advanced oil processing. So light oil 1 is probably just under whatever name this is. Or maybe it just unlocks with the normal one, but it is in there. So there's the text, there's the recipes. Hopefully you guys find it interesting and can find it useful. And as always, there is a link in the description to the mod portal where you can check this out. Apologies for not uploading this yesterday on schedule. I was at the closing for my house and it just took longer, and then I just was pretty overwhelmed that day. So I did miss it, but we are here now. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions and thoughts, please leave them down below. If you did enjoy, a like is appreciated. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe to keep up with all future content. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.